In the rugged heartland of Australia, amidst the swirling dust and scorching sun, a vendetta stirs, rumbling like the engines of 1,000 beasts. It's the legendary Finke Desert Race, a gruelling test of man and machine that demands everything: blood, sweat, and tears. Racing against the unforgiving terrain, fearless competitors face the ultimate challenge. But it's not just a battle against the sand, it's a battle against themselves, pushing their limits, fueled by true grit and relentless determination. In this arena, hard work is their currency, and rising to the occasion means everything. They race to chase the crown, to prove that no distance is too vast, no obstacle too insurmountable. Our protagonist knows the stakes are high, for this is not merely a race for victory, but a test of true character. The desert whispers secrets. Only those who conquer it can claim victory and inscribe their names in the annals of motorsport history.
Beautiful. Should be good.
Okay, what do you reckon? What are your first thoughts? What are you decided, I suppose, about?
I just want to see what the frame's like. Well, actually the engine's probably the best bit. I'm excited. I think you might have done well. And then it'll be interesting to see what this frame's like. Well, I think. And everything. And what breaks and what doesn't. And
It's going to be interesting. Excited to start a new bike. Learn. What's good, what's bad.
Yep. That should be good. I think so. Triple clamps, just everything's new, isn't it?
Going for a sus tomorrow.
It's alright. Seat.
I'm really
What's the go? I've got to be gentle early?
No.
Into it.
Yeah. Oh, as long as you know what's on the track, but bike-wise, just into it, mate.
You run in.
Just run in.
Out here 29 weeks from Finke, testing the new 2024 500 EXC and just seeing what we do and don't like this trip really. It's the first ride on the bike and we got suspension in and a few little bits and pieces that Scotty's been working on the last couple of months, but it's pretty basic, so we'll just start like this and go from there. Really just to see what I do and don't like and what works and what doesn't, I suppose. We're only here for a short time this trip, so it's sort of just working out, is the suspension okay? How's the frame feel? How's the engine? How's the gearbox? That's different. So, yeah, I'm hoping I like it though. That'd be nice. Yeah, the 24 model is a lot different. I think everything's different really. The frame, the engine. The only thing that we've really bolted in from last year is our front suspension and wheels. But I think the frame's obviously going to be quite a bit different. It's more kind of like an SX style bike now, so But being bigger, from what I've heard, everyone feels like they're a stiffer bike, so I think it could suit me maybe. But I guess we'll find out, and I'm excited to get into it. It's always exciting when you got a new bike, so I think it's going to be good fun. Yeah, this is definitely the earliest I've ever been up here. It's nice and warm, which makes it a little bit trickier, but it's definitely worth it. I think to get an idea on this new bike as soon as we can, so Scotty can get home and get to work and build it to how I like, because I'm pretty fussy, as he says, but nah, it'll be good. So I look forward to setting this thing up and being back here in 29 weeks time. Righto, first run down the track on the new bike. Let's see how it is. With 3-4 months after the race. Surprising how rough it still is. It's blown over a bit, but it's still there underneath, you can see it. This bike's good, eh? Oh no, that was good. Yeah, first 20 k's done. Didn't really ease into it how I was meant to, but that's okay. Track's good, bit blown over, a few trees down, but not too bad. Bike is good, I like it. Different, but fast, and handles pretty good, straight out of the box. Here's Big Scotty. G'day mate, what happened?
How fast were you going?
Well, I got GoPros on and I told him that it's my first ride and I was meant to go slow, but I went a little cheeky fast.
So I was like, I was cruising, I thought maybe you're still starting to see your legs. And I'm like, oh, just cruise, and I'm like, you can take coffee along there.
Yeah.
Pulling you through, I'm like,
I
was just cruising, and I'm like, it's becoming eventually, and I kind of look at you sitting here, I'm like, oh.
That's disappointing. Didn't start the watch. Anyway, that's okay. Start it from here. No one needs to know how fast I went to there.
Scotty in his happy place. Hire car. Down the service road. Oh no, it's a bit of both. So it's kind of cool when you can kind of sit next to him and watch. So you can kind of, he'll come back, I won't say anything. You know, ask what his feedback is, and then what he will say, then I can kind of match up what I've seen, and then 9 times out of 10 kind of, he's actually really good with what he wants. So our feedback almost matches up with one another. The best thing, we've been kind of working on and off with each other since 2019 in a way. So we kind of understand each other's kind of lingo, I suppose. Well, it's a bit of an unknown, really. Like, we've had a look at the engine. The engine is very similar to last year's engine, which is good. So we know what we done last year should work in this bike. The gearbox is different, so it's just going to be a learning curve on what gearing we can run. But no, we're just waiting on parts, and we've had lucky enough to get the vortexes for them already. But the biggest challenge, I think, is just to learn this new frame and what works and doesn't work. It's all of a bit of a unknown. Last year's bike we've had since 2020, so we kind of knew what it done really well and what it didn't like at all. So it's kind of cool for myself and Callum and everyone else that gets to ride the new bike, that it's all of a learning curve again. I suppose it's not just bolt it together and go ride it. So yeah.
Yeah, first impressions about the bike are really good. We're down to about the 60k mark here today, and yeah, so far so good. Really good engine. I'm like super happy with that. Just we got a new gearbox in these things, so I was just nervous on how that was going to be, but no, it's really good. I think obviously still a little bit more tinkering between now and Finke. We got plenty of time to do, but straight out of the box, it's really good. So I'm excited. I think honestly, the engine straight out is really good. This year we won't, and I believe mightn't be able to modify the gearbox anyway, but the engine and gearbox itself is really strong. KTM have done a really good job, so I think for myself and all-round riders, they're going to be pretty impressed with that. So, and you just never know until you actually get up on this track what it's going to be like. So I think that's probably one thing we might be able to leave, and then suspension we're always playing because you're just trying to get, find it as best you can out here. But as it comes to the frame and everything like that, it feels really good. The bike's still very new, so I like them when they're bed in a little bit. So it still feels, a little stiff and stuff, but no, it's really good. It is really, really good. So I'm excited to get some more parts and some more things for it as stuff comes out, and just keep tinkering. Yeah, so from here we'll head home to Mildura. Scotty will, go over at the bike. Obviously you can go over it here, but it's nice to get it back in his workshop and strip it right down, make sure nothing's looking like it's going to fall apart or anything, as it's up here it's so hard on bikes. So do that, and then maybe order some things that comes from this week that I want to try for the next trip, and then it'll just be get through Christmas and plan ahead, and we'll come together with dates probably in the next couple of weeks, and I think we're going to be here a lot, so we'll just get cracking. And my first race will be Deep Well, so that's kind of the goal, is to be ready for that one.
Jack's got a question. Jack said, can you go faster next time, please?
Yeah, Jack wasn't that happy with my riding today. It was a little bit slower than usual, but we'll get there. 29 weeks, Jack, come on, give me a break.